Welcome to JGC Palace. Thank you very much for tuning in. For those of you who are used to YouTube and streaming, you know this, but I've just found out this tonight, that when something really passionate that you're feeling about in respect to your football club or a football player or a club or a manager, if you are doing YouTube content, you just cannot go and hide underneath a rock. You just cannot do it. It's just you have to work it out. I didn't know about it until today, so I'm learning as I go along. But today's upload is about the reaction to a lot of tier one journalism out there are clearly saying that Michael Olise is very much linked to Chelsea FC. Now, let me just have a drink because my throat is already dry and I'm only in like 2 seconds. It's madness. This is madness. But anyway, hope you can hear me okay. But anyway, so is there my reaction to that? And I'm going to take it back to last season's game where Crystal Palace went to the bridge and had we didn't win, but whatever. And it's very important because I want to try and link it up to Michael Olise in the best way possible, and I hope it kind of makes sense. Now, last season, at the beginning of the year, Chelsea and their fans and the world of football lost a wonderful, if not a legend of the game, and that's a very understatement, of Gianluca Vialli. I've got the programme from that day. I went to the match, and there's the late Gianluca Vialli. Now, the next home game, which was hosted at Stamford Bridge, the club did a wonderful reception in his memory to allow people to show reflection. And the reason I'm mentioning it is because twofold. I actually saw Gianluca Vialli play football live once for Chelsea, and when you watch a player like him play against you, let me put this down, you end up loving the game even more. That's the best way I can put it. And also the 6th of January is an important day for me as a YouTuber because there was a gentleman that inspired me to go live on YouTube. Not many people know about it, but a few will know. But the 6th of January was the birthday of a gentleman that he's no longer with us, but he used to have 3 channels. His name was Christopher. Everyone know him by the name Chig. He had a channel called The Combat Shop, Chick Flicks, and Good Eagle Eye. And Chig inspired me to go live. So the 6th of January was, and still is, a very important day. And when we went to the bridge, I needed to get more than one of these. And what happened was I got one, but as you know, when you go to away games, the problem that you get, it gets all rustled up. I like to keep as best as possible, and I always collect my little tabs and my tickets inside. So after the game, I wanted to grab another one, and queued up outside the shop at the club shop here at the bridge, and went inside. It's massive. I've never seen anything like it. And I asked one person, they couldn't help me, and then I kind of caught a lady in the corner, and I said, look, I'm waiting for Crystal Palace. I said, look, I need to get another one. Is there anywhere anyone here that might have a little box or something like that? And then she quietly said, look, go upstairs. I'm not going to say the rest, but she told me somewhere to go. And I was like, right. So there's me going up the escalators, moving children, moving old people, moving Chelsea fans that way. It's just Crystal Palace fan coming through. Get out of the way. I need to get one more program in good condition because the one I had is just is in bits. So I got up there, and the reason why I'm mentioning this is because once I was in the first floor, I came across a cabinet, and in that glass cabinet, they had a trophy for all the honours of what Chelsea had acquired as a football club, domestic and European thing. I was just standing there, and I was like looking at it, and I'm thinking, okay, this is not just one or two or three trophies. There was just like a line of them, and every them you could see all the years, the decades, and stuff like that. If you do go there, as a Chelsea fan, you haven't been there, where you been, but you can actually take photos there. I don't think you're allowed to take videos. Ask the staff there for permission anyway. But the reason why I'm mentioning that is because Michael Olise now has been linked to a football club like Chelsea, and from the sources that where the information is coming from, it is most probably going to happen. Now, for me, recently, not recently, but essentially a few months ago, I listened to a gentleman called Simon Jordan on Talk Sport. And I'm not going to articulate how Simon Jordan talks his football because I've got such a headache today because of the news that's just come out, and I'm just not in the humour side of things right now. But what occurred was he was mentioning about how vital the timing is for a player to go from a club, let's say from here, from Crystal Palace, to another club, say up here, that will elevate him or her, a professional football player, to that next step. Why is it so important? Because the player, whilst they're there, he's at the levels of Crystal Palace. When I mean the levels of Crystal Palace versus of Chelsea, I'm talking in that trophy cabinet. Let's get real here, okay? All right? That's what I'm directing it at. So it's important for that player when it's there to make that important decision. The timing is crucial in their career because of the people around that football player, the family, the coaches, anybody else that has pushed and propelled that young woman or that young man at that level to be able to go from there to another level, to a club where they can experience, where they can push their limits and show the world what they can do. And Michael Olise is clearly at that crossroads in his career. Now, to go from here to there, the timing that Simon Jordan was talking about, of course he took it from the angle of an ex-club owner and ex-businessman. I'm not even going to go through that because I don't have a clue on that. But the timing that I want to talk about is how is Michael Olise landing from here up to the level of Chelsea and the expectations of the Chelsea fans, I expect, i.e. that trophy cabinet and everything that is in there and everything else that should be in there for the future for them. So the timing is vital because who's in charge at Chelsea? Is it the right time for Michael Olise to go from here, from Crystal Palace, to go to try and get those Premier League titles, UCL titles, worldwide titles with a club like Chelsea? Is it the right time for him? I don't know. I've never been a professional football player, so I don't know. But what I do know is that the manager right now at Chelsea is a gentleman called Mauricio Pochettino. I'm sure he's a good coach, a good man, and this is not about banter. I'm not doing banter tonight. I haven't got time for that. But the fact of the matter is, Mauricio Pochettino, as far as I know, he has not achieved a Premier League title or domestic cups as a football coach, first team coach, or as a manager in the Premier League with any club. If I'm wrong, please correct me. Now, why is that important? Why is that timing important in respect to Michael Olise going from here up to this level to Chelsea? Why is it important? Why? Because I'm an outsider looking in, and it's not my place to tell Chelsea fans where their players should be playing or where the manager should be playing their place. Of course, I'm entitled to an opinion, but it's just not my place. I just don't feel it's my place. But I know about Michael Olise because I've seen him play for Crystal Palace. Now, it could be the right timing, but what worries me is the timing of the manager in his career-wise in respect to the Premier League and the achievements that he has done or not. This is a message out to the Chelsea fans. Michael Olise, in my opinion, is not a Premier League player that can be and should be on the bench. He needs to play when he's fully fit and if he's available and he's competing in training for the place where Mauricio Pochettino wants him to play. He needs to be playing. If Michael Olise ends up being on the bench, not because he's better, not because of skill-wise in respect to other players that he's competing with, because competition is good. I'm sure that's good for any squad, for any team. But if he's on the bench for more than 2 games or 3 games because another player is taking his place, because they're on a really long contract, years of contract, and they're earning considerably more than Michael Olise, and he ends up being on the bench, that doesn't make sense to me. I don't think that will happen. I think if they are going to take him from Crystal Palace to Chelsea, it has to be for a purpose and for a need. If they're going to do that to loan him back out, that doesn't make any sense to me. But that's my take on that. So for me, Chelsea fans out there, you're not just getting a Premier League ready player. And the evidence for that, in my opinion, is please, I'm sure you have already done so, but go and read and look at what the under-21 international French coach has said about Michael Olise. Go and look and read. It's on YouTube, on the internet. It's all out there. Go and look and see what fellow players of under-21s have said of Michael Olise and what they feel about him. Not just because of when he got injured, but in general. You are getting not just a Premier League ready player. You are getting a player that, in my opinion, one day, if he gets unlocked, if his potential gets unlocked by Mauricio Pochettino at Chelsea, if his potential is fully shown for everyone to see, Michael Olise one day, he could and he should be playing in the senior side for France and lifting a World Cup. That's how good I think he is. What do I think of him leaving us and going to another football club? To me, it's very simple. I never begrudge a player in their careers time looking to progress their careers, because unless you're a goalie, and not even that, the time scale for the effort that I expect that's put in to make it as a professional football player is a very small one. So I'm desperately sad that he's leaving Crystal Palace, no doubt. But I'm telling you this, Chelsea fans out there, you're not just getting a normal average football player. You are getting a real deal prospect, worldwide prospect there of a football player. And last of all, I'm going to try and end this on a happy note, because give you something. I've put it on my Instagram just now, or earlier on today, was my selfie that I did with Michael Olise. Michael Olise, when he does a selfie with the fans, if he's not the best role model, one of the best role models for a football club to have to demonstrate their brand off the field and on the field, I don't know what is. But Michael Olise is tier 1. Because he does this. When he does selfies with the fans, and he's always got time for the fans, he never says no. When he does a selfie with the fan, he does a serious face. He's like, He does a serious. You could ask me, don't believe me, go and ask any security guard, go and ask any Crystal Palace fans. Michael Olise always has this, a serious face. And then, so when I did the selfie with him, I did it, and then there was two people after me, and then after that, there was two young ladies around his age, and of course, he must have felt a lot more happier. And all of a sudden, a smile came out from Michael Olise. He was like this, the gold tooth stuff hanging out. Do you know what I mean? He was like showing the earring. He like unzipped the tracksuit that he had. Gold chain started showing. It's like completely changed. And like the Crystal Palace fans was like, they were like, did you just see that? Did that just happen? So I'm just saying to Chelsea fans out there, you're not just getting a world-class footballer, in my opinion, but you're getting an amazing role model for the game. And to Michael Olise, if you are watching this, we probably will never watch this, I guess, but Michael Olise, when you get over there, work hard in training, do your thing. When you get an opportunity to play for your new team, for your new club, just get out there and do your thing. And third of all, the most important of all, when you get to play in front of your new fans, your Chelsea fans, your new Chelsea fans, just do your thing. You'll be fine. This is Diego C. Palace. Thank you very much for watching. This is a living and learning education for me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have, please leave a like. Please subscribe at Diego C. Palace on YouTube. If you're on Insta, thank you very much for watching. And thank you for showing me love. And, oh my days. Just one more of these. Michael Olise, for the memories. Yeah. You're still a goat. You're a goat. You're a goat. You're one of the best prospects out there in worldwide football. And if I'm not right, somebody eat my hat. This is Diego C. Palace. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you up on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.